Man, summer, right? So we're coming down to the wire, and boy, I never thought I'd see summer the way I have seen this year. I mean, I've gone through a few things here and there, little stumbles, but other than that, I figured, why not try something different for the first time in a long time? And different in ways that are very scary, but also, like, very interesting. So what we ended up doing was, out of a miracle, we ended up going to Dallas, Arlington area for these guys. Yeah. And I never knew I was going to be able to see not so much like Jay-Z or even Beyonce, but both of them together. Nor was I expecting to learn anything on this trip. I thought it was just going to be one cool concert that like many people would love to have been. But there was a weird message in this entire trip where I really spent some time with someone I truly love and really can bear hanging out for more than 10 hours on a drive. But definitely something different happened. I kind of learned in a way to take things even slower. Take things not for granted. And really appreciate the fact that I have one individual that I can hang out with happily, but I also have individuals around me that support me, help me out, and do all the crazy things I ended up doing with. So I started learning that some of the roads out there are very bumpy. Sometimes you don't even know when they start or when they end, and well, that makes for very unique circumstances. But once I got to Texas, once I got to the area, once I got to non-farming agricultural cities, I felt impressed. I felt inspired. I felt, I don't know, something crazy. I realized that I forget sometimes how much I love to travel and what kind of crazy things I find myself doing and seeing all the crazy things I see, but particularly sharing it with other people. I think that's the most important thing. And I always see that, and I saw what happened here and there, and with the concert, that was impressive. So the concert on its own, but there you have the most interesting, slightly awkward, personal feeling in a room. Man, I never knew, first off, the stadium itself. Let's talk about AT&T Stadium. Packers fan through and through, but you Cowboys fans are ridiculous. I mean, this place is enormous. They should have kept their original name, the Palace. But Jesus, I mean, I got dizzy just being in there. But the concert, man, I don't care what you guys hear. I'm not really into the gossip thing, nor I'm going to comment about all the stories everyone has already heard. But these two people put on a movie and a concert all wrapped up in one. I mean, there was moments in the show where you just felt inspired, being, particularly with my situation, being the kid from the streets and knowing what's up with that, and then hearing the transformation that Jay-Z has become from being that one guy behind Biggie to being the guy he was during the 2000s, but also seeing the type of dad he is. And if I'm not gonna spoil it, I mean, anyone who wants to go see the concert, totally, utterly, by fact, recommend doing it. But these guys, Jay-Z is a dorky mug, man. He is just awkward and weird. I don't know what his nerd space is. If I could interview the guy one time and just be like, yo, are you nerdy? I mean, I don't know. But he is dorky. He is just awkward. I never knew that guy could be that. And that was kind of refreshing. I mean, you could read all these things about them, and particularly with the show, and like I said, Resentment. But you realize, after seeing them, in my perspective, my point of view, they're human. So for one, everyone who's all wrapped up into that whole mess, the whole gossip scene, just let them be. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, or whatever anyone wants it to be. It's just let it go. Resentment, that song. Yeah, she switched the lyrics, but with perfectly good reasons. The show itself, from the filming they did that everyone's seen on YouTube or through Vimeo, through everyone else, yeah, that little trailer was actually the entire concert. I mean, that was what's so particularly unique to this one. They made a film, which became a short film, which became an entire concert, and with everything in between, you just kind of were in awe because you don't know how to react. You don't know if you want to scream or keep watching the movie, and particularly with that big screen, you're just kind of lost. But from it all, you hear and see a particular side of them too. And that's where you kind of can reflect and learn from them. Being human and being in a complex relationship, where or what status you're part of or in, you find yourself seeing a certain way of living. As we all see it, they are J and B. They are superstars. But for a kid, that's their mom and dad. For their friends, that's just their homies. And yes, for Solange, it is your brother-in-law. But seeing all the stuff that you have to do to be who you are and what you want to be with someone else, that was incredible. That was beyond anything I would have imagined learning. You know, it inspires you to really find a group of people, find a family, find particularly that one person that you think, wow, yeah, they can hold you down. They can keep you grounded. They can just keep you where you need to be. And that there was astonishing. I was completely blown away. And I guess you could say that about a concert. Well, for me, I was left just inspired to do more, to focus even more, to appreciate the people around me even more. Because no matter how long the road is, you'll reach your destination, but you'll kind of end up saying, well, what do I do here now? But when you have the right people with you, that's what you see. This concert was Lucy's dream. And for me, it was really my drive to push forward and to think and be involved and be influenced. And now is their run. They're on the run. It's not so much a concert as it is something in their lives that they thought artistically it was worth sharing. The beautiful thing about it is the roll credits. If you see the end of the concert, the roll credits are incredible. Because it's a roll credit. It really is a film. It's a movie. A live movie. They made it. They were the directors, the executive producers, and the creative directors of the film, the show, the script, and all. This is their show. No one else's. It's theirs. And I thought, wow. Okay. Right on. Anyone out there who's interested in watching the show, check it out. Definitely recommend it. It will blow your mind. It was the best thing I've done in a long time. And I appreciate that I have time to do it. And I'm glad to share with you guys. So, this is the end of summer. This is the end for me for now, I guess. For the next couple of weeks, maybe a month. Maybe this is it for now. But maybe later we'll do some small little snippets. But to our next adventure. We're going West Coast. See you out there. Be good, be safe. Laters.